In this video, we're going to talk about the difference between a resume and a CV. Now, you probably already heard of a curriculum vitae or CV before, and it is sometimes used as a synonym for resume. However, in others, it appears to be something entirely else. So what exactly is a curriculum vitae, and is it different from a resume? Now, the simple answer is yes. And now let's go into the why and where your primary attention should be as a designer looking to create a resume that attracts potential clients and your ideal job. Now, what is a CV? Let's talk about the fact that a CV is a detailed document that outlines your work path in detail, including all kinds of personal information. Now, you can think of your CV as a full summary of everything you have ever done, and all of your accomplishments, all of your publications that contain your name. So it's a very comprehensive document. Now, the phrase CV is an acronym for the Latin word curriculum vitae, which translates literally as the path of your life. Every time you achieve something new academically or professionally, you should update your CV. That is whenever you gain a new job, publish something new, or obtain a new certificate. There is no set length for a CV, and it usually ranges from 2 to 8 pages depending on the quantity of experience. So as I stated previously, it's quite an extensive document. Now in this course, we're going to focus on creating a resume compared to a CV, simply because it's going to enable to capture all of the essential details that a potential individual who wants to hire you or a company in a very fast and efficient way. And these days, in my personal experience, having been in the design field for over 10 years, usually whenever I'm hiring a designer or whenever other people are hiring designers, they want to get to the point right away. So they want to understand things like your work experience, your education, and things like that in a summarized view, especially since in our field the portfolio plays such a big role, and we don't really want to waste their time, and we want to go straight to the point. Now, that being said, let's talk about what is a resume. Now, compared to the CV, a resume is a brief, to-the-point document designed for the aim of applying for a certain job. A resume, unlike a CV, should be kept as brief as feasible. In 99% of circumstances, your resume should be no more than 1 page long. Now, if you have 15 plus years of experience or truly believe that the additional material you can provide would add value to your application and the resume, you can make it no more than 2 pages. Now, only include portions of your work experience and talents that are relevant to the position you're applying for on your resume. And a strong CV emphasizes particular accomplishments you made in the past jobs and demonstrates how your various abilities might be valuable for the position you're looking for. So this is extremely important. You always want to tailor in some ways your application to that specific job. So a simple example would be if a specific job is looking for a web designer with web design skills, try and avoid showcasing and putting the emphasis on your graphic design work, but focus on web design instead. Now, going back to the resume, usually a cover letter stating your plan to apply for the position is normally submitting along with the resume, although that's not always the case in my personal experience. And the cover letter expands on the abilities and experiences you mentioned in your resume, describing how they will help you flourish at the job you're applying for. As we can see here, there's a resume example. So it's a 1 page with pretty much all of the details, all of the essentials, summary, work experience, contacts, soft skills, and also education. So it's really straightforward and very simple and an easy document, which is usually sent over via PDF. Now, compared to that, a CV has many more pages as we described previously, so it's much more of an extensive element. Now that you know what a CV is and what a resume is, Let's go through the basic distinctions again as a summary. So the first one, as we stated, is the length. The first and foremost obvious distinction between a CV and a resume is actually the length. A resume is kept short and to the point, typically 1 page, whereas CV is more detailed and can go up to many more pages. Now, secondarily, there's the function. The CV is mostly used for academic objectives, such as applying for a research program, a PhD, or joining a university's faculty. While in contrast, a resume is written for a regular position in a corporation or job, or applying for a specific contract. Specify the type of information you want to include. The curriculum vitae is an academic diary in which you list all of your academic qualification accomplishments and certificates. It is ubiquitous, and in that it can be modified as needed. A resume, on the other hand, must be produced for each job you're looking for, and although the basic template is going to be the same, you might want to tweak once in a while to make it more customized. So I hope this clarifies the difference between the CV and the resume, and now that it's very clear why we want to focus on a resume, let's move on in the next video where we're going to go more in depth into this.